Hey everybody. Just thought I'd chime in and just wanted to have a little chat about um, essentially our freedoms and our sovereignty, and just talk a little bit about that. Mainly, you've probably seen on Telegram if you've joined there that I've been doing a bit on there with regards to our sovereign nature and the system that keeps us, as slaves basically. But I just wanted to sort of touch on, my main intentions behind posting that sort of stuff. And, obviously a lot of people have probably heard a lot about it and maybe very familiar with it. Some people probably have never actually understood that or care to understand it or even heard of it to some degree. So I'm hoping it will sort of at least, trigger some people into sort of delving a bit deeper into, the nature of our reality, essentially what we're brought into, which I think is important, and the main reasons I'm sort of looking to really put that out there for people is to just, the intention is to just be aware. This, when you first come across this sort of, this legal system and the depths of the corruption and the depths of how it's enslaved us, you you basically, it's eye opening and it's shocking and it's scary. But at the same time, it's terribly exciting because it really wakes you up to how powerful we are that they've had to suppress us to this degree and basically hide this information and have us assume and presume that we are basically nothing. But the intention is to really just, I think it's more about awareness as opposed to learning this information, and more so actioning and executing this information. Because I can tell you right now, it's not for everybody to sort of stand in a courtroom or confront a police officer or anything, and some people they're gifted at doing that, and they're doing that now. They're breaking that down that veil for a lot of people, and it's amazing they're doing that and that courage. And I'm not saying I even have that courage to do it, although I have had some small confrontations in the past and raised a few questions. But at the same time, you've got to pick your battles, especially with police officers that really have no idea of the laws they're enforcing and the rights they're breaking on people. They think they are doing the right thing, and so they should. I mean, most police officers are fully unaware of what's going on, and they're here to protect and here to serve, and the police officers for that very reason, because they're the good guys. But it's sad that the system that they're upholding is essentially trampling over every human right you can possibly imagine, um, under the guise of helping and policing. Police is policy. They enforce policy. They don't enforce natural law. Um, and they enforce the policy of the corporation, and that's what they're doing basically. Uh, so a lot of them probably don't understand that fully. Some may understand that, some probably don't. So you really don't want to go down that road with someone unless you know fully who you're talking to. But for me, it's more just being aware that we are basically under this control system, this legal system, and it's more understanding, the power we do have. That's that's what will help you raise your vibration. It's the understanding, not the doing, not the action. I mean, we're here in this 3D realm to experience this 3D realm, and obviously along with that come certain things, and paying your bills and taxes and so forth. And I get it. It's even harder when you understand this information to do those things, and but it is what it is. And but having understanding of this going on is the powerful aspect. That's allowing you to raise your vibration. It's allowing you, the awareness is a big thing about raising your vibration. And people are often wondering what they can do, to raise their vibration, and awareness is a big trigger. And so me posting this sort of stuff is really about just making you guys aware, getting your thinking caps on, and raising your awareness, your knowledge on the subject. You may have some aha moments, some things you may have picked up, but I'm certainly not encouraging people to go out and try these things. Although, if you want to go, be my guest. There's plenty of evidence to support that, this information is true, despite some of the mainstream media's attempts to, basically shame anybody who would attempt it. And I posted a recent one of a great example of that, where one of our fantastic shield shows here in Australia called Sunday Show, with a host, David Koch, who's now so-called retired, like many people at the moment. That's what they call it, but I'm sure we know where they're up to. Basically saying that this sovereign citizen movement is a load of BS. And, he's actually right, because if you're claiming to be a sovereign citizen, then you are not sovereign. So it's funny how they put these things out in the media. They're basically telling you the truth in lies. It's very crafty how they do these things. And, so they're essentially telling you the truth, although they are lying at the same time. A great example of how they get away with what they get away with. And whether you see that or not is up to you, but that's exactly what you see once you understand what's going on. You see the lies, the truths amongst all that. And that's the difference, as you raise your vibration, you see these things, and it all contributes amazingly. So yeah, I think, delving into that subject is not for everybody, but I think it's a great way to sort of get some power back, feel some freedom, essentially feel some power, and it just gives you a different way of thinking about, about how you can approach certain situations. It's important to be aware, despite not wanting to action or wanting to, push those boundaries. It's important to know where those boundary lines are. And because it's, if you don't know where they are, then you're just ignorant. And that's a lower state of being, a lower state of vibration is ignorance. So, that's what we're trying to raise ourselves above that ignorant state of mind, despite, what we feel comfortable actioning and doing. So I just encourage you guys to sort of, have a look at that. It's, I think it's a fantastic subject. There's so much information now, God. When I first come across this information, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, it was hard to find some stuff, but over time, it's just gotten more and more accessible, and so many people have now woken up to the realization of what's going on. They're actually really, going through the court systems, and they're challenging these judges, they're challenging this system, and really making a difference. Giving us real examples and information, real-time information for us to digest, and to help us understand or understand, I should say, that what this sovereign movement, you could say, our sovereign state of being is a fact, not fiction. So I just wanted to sort of chime in quickly and just sort of explain a little bit about that. I think it's it's a great subject. There's plenty of videos and plenty of information out there. I'm not going to bang on about certain aspects of the law or whatever, not that I'm an expert either, but I think there's so much information out there that people can certainly research that if they really want to go down that track. But I think it's more just, I think I just wanted to more bring up the fact that, achieving a state of freedom is also, is in the physical, is about achieving a state of freedom in your mind. And, it's important that we look at things that we wouldn't normally look at, and delve into those, those aspects of this system to sort of break free of it, and the court system, the legal system, is a huge program, one of the biggest, and will be one of the biggest ones to fall, along with the medical system and the governmental system, obviously, the religious systems, all these sort of, they're all up there. They're all there to keep us slaved. so yeah, I think it's important that you guys just keep that in mind. Just be aware. Um, that'll help you, push through that little extra notch of vibration lifting we need to do. And more importantly, just try and focus on the positives, and because I mean that whole a lot of that information can start to make you feel quite negative, um, because you understand, it did for me anyway initially, how crooked and how nefarious it is. It's sinister, and it does make you angry when you learn about what they've been doing and what they've done. So, I think it's important to have that feeling, because it will come. But like we're trying to do is move through those feelings and move through to a more of a high vibrational state of understanding and realization, and then that sense of freedom and understanding that we know better now, and that'll be a big positive for you guys, going forward anyway, as we move through these all through these energies. So yeah, that's what I have to say on that. So I just wanted to quickly put that into words, and hopefully this information is sort of helping you guys, see reality a little bit differently, see it through the eyes of a free man, basically. And that's the main aim here, that we understand that we are free and sovereign beings, and there's these so-called policies, these acts, these statutes. They're not real law. They are literally for corporations, and that's what they've made every single one of us, so they can exercise those statutes and legal laws, and impose them on us. We just need to be aware that that's not who we are, and it's an amazing feeling when you first have that realization that you know these governments do not have that control over you, and nor should they. So just wanted to put that out there, because I know it was a big one for me, and hopefully you guys are getting a lot out of that, and a lot of information. It's really sort of resonating, and you're really getting some good, high vibrational, thoughts and feelings from it. But anyway, thanks for listening, and I will be hopefully back. I think we're back with Honey's group in a couple of weeks, but hopefully I'll do a few more quick videos between now and then. I think it's great sort of having these little conversations. So I hope you're doing well. It'll be a good evening, good night, and good morning to everyone around the world. It's late afternoon here in Australia, but enjoy your weekends that are coming, and I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Take care, and yeah, keep well and healthy. Cheers.